Hey everybody, it's me here live, and different setup today, trying something different. You'll have to let me know how this works. I'm using the AirPods to hopefully pick the voice up a little bit better, and I've tested it out and I think it's going to work. So I just gotta tell you, it's just been a wacky, weird day today, and I don't know how it is for you, but this was one of those days where I was feeling really good about things, and then all of a sudden not feeling good about things. Yesterday I got word that a friend of mine was being put on a ventilator with COVID-19, and then today I got word that his oxygen levels had improved to the point that he didn't need the ventilator, and things were looking good. And so that, it's that roller coaster ride that this brings to us. But anyway, today, what it has made me be thinking about is jazz. Jazz, you just never quite know how it's gonna unfold, and it's different every time you do a song. And what got me thinking about this was a good friend named Kirk Byron Jones. He's an amazing author. He's written a ton of books. Our church did a worship series and study on an amazing book of his called Addicted to Hurry, and I highly recommend that. I recommend any of his books, but he and I have just connected over the years, and we call each other brother by a different mother, and that every time he says that, it means so much to me. So I thought, and he loves jazz, and he has written a wonderful book called The Jazz of Preaching that I found very helpful in some of the preaching things I do. But anyway, I thought I'd start out with a couple of readings of his from a book called Soul Talk, How to Have the Most Important Conversations. And this book has these, the chapters just tell you all about it. The chapters are Be Still, Lay Burdens Down, Don't Run Away, Be Honest, Be Gentle, Welcome New Truth. So I thought I would read just a couple things. At the end of each chapter, he writes these wonderful meditations, and this is at the end of the chapter called Don't Run Away. A power letter from God. Dear Sacred One, as my beloved child, you are both product and recipient of my creative energy. Each day you are called to be about the business of owning a little more of your power. Learn to enjoy embracing the aliveness that enlivens abiding in you. The best way to fully realize your human strength is to be firmly convinced of the divine strength within you. Don't be afraid to claim all that is in you to claim. Do this, and your possibility will always loom larger than your challenge. Eternally and internally yours, your loving Creator. And this one called Linger a While. Notice when and where your soul wants you to linger a while. Soul thirst. To know what your soul is thirsty for is to know God's dream for you. And just feel peace. Often, all your soul will want for you is to just let yourself feel peace. These are, to me, just great reminders in this time of that can feel so uncertain and feel so not at peace. And so I hope that you find that helpful. I'm going to play 3 songs, 3 jazz stands, 1 song. Each of them, I think, speaks a little bit to this condition we find ourselves in, and also maybe offers some hope. The first one is a Duke Ellington song called Come Sunday. And Palm Sunday means is so different to us now, but this is a wonderful song. And for you United Methodists out there, this is in the hymnal. Did you know there was a jazz song by Duke Ellington in the hymnal? I think that's cool. I'm going to follow that with a Gershwin classic called They Can't Take That Away From Me, which I think, again, that takes a different meaning, for me at least, in these times. And I'm going to close it out with an old standard called Blue Skies. I picked that one because one of the places I'm finding, I don't know, maybe escape or maybe inspiration or maybe some combination of those is in a couple different TV shows I really like. And I love the TV show This Is Us. And this last week, there was a part of it that featured this song, Blue Skies. And this fellow, sorry, I gotta adjust that. This, I won't tell the whole story, but this guy sang that song, and it was in a time that ended up being a time of unbelievable sorrow, and then he sang it again in a time of just uncontainable joy. And he talked about how living in that space where we embrace both tragedy and joy is really what life is about. It's not so much either or, but really it's both. And that what he said is that in the end, the joy and the beauty wins. So anyway, here's your jazz set for the evening. I hope you enjoy it. So friends, stay well. Be well. I'll be back Monday at 5. We also are worshiping live at LAUMC. Wait, live.laumc.org if you're available on Sundays. And have a great weekend. Somehow, some way, make it a good one. Bye-bye.